Back at Stanley's Kamikaze, I came across a Brave Frontier booth. Brave Frontier is a Japanese RPG for mobile devices. And a few weeks after the convention, the app developers sent me an email asking me to check out their newest game. Here is my review of Chain Chronicles. Sega and Gumi Inc. have officially released a new mobile app RPG on the heels of a highly successful predecessor, Brave Frontier. Chain Chronicles was unleashed onto the Google Play Store and Apple App Store on December 18, 2014 to Western users in the US, Canada, Australia, and the UK. The Japanese app developer describes the game as a real-time strategy action epic that features art designed by some of Japan's brightest artists. The folks at Gumi gave me a review unit of the app, and here are my thoughts on whether this is a game that should be added to your app lineup. I explored my review unit of Chain Chronicles on my Moto X 2014. After spending a week or so running the game as an average player with no in-app purchases, I am currently in Chapter 3 of the story. They have since expanded the story campaign to Chapters 5 and 6 as of the official US release. Chain Chronicles is a grid strategy RPG that allows you to control up to 5 characters on screen simultaneously. Like a tower defense themed game, enemies approach linearly, and it is your job to guide your characters in defeating the baddies before they reach whatever it is you are guarding. You have your different weapon classes, your special attacks, and an enhancing system that basically all Japanese RPGs recycle in one form or another. The battle system is not difficult, nor is the game challenging to say the least. Enemies tend to be generic and repeated very often, and when I say often, I mean very often. But if you're used to playing games of this genre, then this is nothing new to you. So if all that stuff has been done before, then why is this game worth investing time on? I have a very simple response to that question. Because it's fun. Story campaign and an enormous cast of characters are the focal point of this RPG, as they should be. According to Gumi, there are over 150 characters for recruitment. The story isn't complex. You lead a group of ragtag volunteers around the world protecting innocent people while uncovering the mystery of a dark book. Along the way, you befriend and gain allies to aid you. Here's a more descriptive synopsis from their website. Gather up your forces and repel the Black Army to keep them from destroying the world of Yagdra. As a captain of the volunteer army, you have to protect your kingdom and engage your enemies in an incredibly deep, real-time strategy role-playing style combat. Recruit allies along the way, each with different skills and tales of their own to advance this epic story of good versus evil. One of my favorite franchises of all time had a similar premise. Suikoden was a popular Japanese RPG franchise in the 1990s and 2000s. With an insanely high amount of playable characters, I was always enamored with recruiting the vast lineup and exploring their respective backstories. This is what Chain Chronicles does very well. You can recruit characters through 2 different ways. The first is by using in-game currency that you gather from winning battles and opening chests. Those characters are marked to have a significantly high chance to be common recruits. Chain Chronicles ranks rareness of characters by stars on their character cards. The ratings are 1 to 5, with 5 being the rarest. The other method of recruiting is by using gems called Prisma, which you have to gather by completing main and side story quests. Each character you unlock also unlocks a side story quest that features a backstory revolving that said person. By completing the quests, you can receive either more Prisma or, in certain cases, unlock a hidden secret ability to use in combat. I spent hours playing and waiting for the cooldown ticker to be full, just so I can continue learning about these characters I've recruited. All those Suikoden memories I've compiled were suddenly brought back, and this was all in the convenience of my cellular device. I've yet to run across any significant bugs that would deter the user experience either. Yes, there are a few mission bugs that crash here and there, but overall the game runs very smoothly on my Android device. If you're like me, Miss Konami's 108 Stars of Destiny games, Chain Chronicles may very well be the game for you. While it can never replace the massive level of recruitment and character elaboration that Suikoden had revolutionized, Chain Chronicles has done something that other mass character mobile games like Brave Frontier and Fantastica couldn't accomplish. It made me invested in each of those characters rather than just having them for the sake of raising character counts. Chain Chronicles is now available on the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, and Amazon App Store.